It's been 5 years since I have been editing, and after thousands and thousands of hours of editing and generating tens of millions of views on my edited videos, today I'm going to share everything that I learned in the last 5 years of video editing. We will go year by year discussing each and everything that I learned in that year and all the do's and don'ts to be a perfect editor. Let's start with year 1. I just passed out my high school and got my first ever laptop, and then a decision was made that I'll be a YouTuber, and first thing to learn was video editing. I didn't know how to write scripts. I couldn't speak in front of the camera, but my first priority was learning to edit. And like everyone else, I had 3 choices of editing softwares to choose from: Premiere Pro, DaVinci Resolve and Final Cut Pro. And so I chose the worst one out of them, Premiere Pro. Jokes apart, but this was one of the best choices I ever made, because at least I didn't choose CapCut at that time. Thank God. Now after purchasing Premiere Pro, I just watched 15 hours of video tutorials and I was a video editor. Now here comes the first advice that you must know, that start editing your first video as soon as possible. Otherwise you will stuck in the learning loop for months and months. And the moment you start editing your first video, you will realize that the YouTube knowledge was good for nothing and you are still standing at the start line. That will hella demotivate you. So you must start as soon as possible. With that said, my year 1 was over in learning all of the basics and applying them on my videos. Year 2. Now I had to learn the advanced features of editing, like pacing, mastering all of the different types of cuts, professional color grading, playing with background music and sounds, along with downloading all of the free templates of motion graphics from YouTube to make my videos look professionally edited, which they actually did. I was really happy with my progress, thinking that I have mastered video editing and there was nothing more to learn. And now comes the advice 2. You are never enough. I could not have been more wrong with the statement that I have mastered video editing. At that time, I was just at an intermediate level and there was a lot to improve. I just didn't knew how and where. Also, I was broke at that time. None of my YouTube videos took off. And to make some instant money, I started writing emails to being an editor for some YouTube channel. I sent nearly 500 emails and my year 2 was over. Year 3. I got my first job with Naman Kapoor, making thousands of dollars every month and managing a team of 10 editors. Everybody of you wanted to listen this. Now, I worked 8 hours every day, 7 days a week for a full month alone and ended up with $80 in my bank account. Not gonna lie, I was proud of it. This was the first money that I ever made in my life. But the most important thing was I was learning a lot through hundreds of re-edits given by Naman at that time. It was really frustrating, but that pushed me to new heights. I was working day by day, which would have been impossible if I worked alone. So this full year I was editing for him, making few bucks to buy my protein shakes, along with learning After Effects. After 2 years, my professional journey had begun. And here comes the third advice. If you want to make money immediately, get a job with a YouTuber as fast as possible. Write hundreds of emails to YouTubers, finding their personal email IDs in their about section. You will get 1 response out of 100 emails, I can assure that. So just BCC all of the YouTubers in 1 mail. That will save hell of your time. Also, at last try to work with a single YouTuber over time, increasing your salary exponentially. Let yourself grow with the growth of his YouTube channel, and both of you will end up at the top. So make sure you choose a trustable creator who doesn't fire you in middle of nowhere. You can also try freelancing, but I've never been into that, so I'm not an expert to comment on that, as working for a single YouTuber turned out great for me. So it's on you if you want to choose freelancing as a career or if you want to work with a single YouTuber. Just make good money. Now we move to year 4. Now after 1000 days of editing, I was an advanced editor. At least in my mind, I was. I knew how to get past everything. Sound troubles, export troubles, blue screen of deaths. And here comes our 4th advice. Editing is all about figuring out. It is all about improvising. You will end up with a new problem every single day, and you have no choice other than solving it. Some days I had to train editors. Some days the raw video was looking like this. Other days the audio was clapped. And something kept happening every single day. And here I am today, facing and solving all of the problems that I faced. And this is the thing that makes you a very good editor, that you can improvise everything. Just a small example about this is Logan Paul's editor had 3 days to edit his most popular Pokemon video, and in 3 days he completely edited it. So you will never know how far you have came. It's just about improving 1% every single day. But once you reach your comfort zone and you settle, it's completely over for you. No matter how hard you try, you will still end up in a ditch. I was in comfort zone while editing for Naman, so I left that job and started my own YouTube channel again. I gave it everything that I had. I was consistent on video quality and video uploads. I was hustling at my fullest. Later, I received a call from Naman Kapoor to join him again with a very huge hike in my salary. So I paused my YouTube channel and made stacks of money. Even currently, I am working with him, making profits. And now comes the last advice, making right choices at the right time. For example, Warren Buffett recently wrote, "Our results have been the product of a dozen truly good decisions." This is mind-blowing. This dude has been working for 60 years straight, and he comments that he has just made 12 right decisions in those 60 years. So for me, signing out from my job was very profitable for me, and I started following my passion to be a YouTuber again. And now I am doing both, consistently and profitably. So you never know which is the right choice. It's all about experimenting. It's all about making the wrong decisions. As they say, wrong choices lead you to right places. So don't be afraid to make a huge decision. Everything is going to lead to right places if you never settle and be 1% better every day. With that said, if you want to learn about technicalities of editing a good video, you can click the video on screen and stay creative, stay creating. Thanks.